Good afternoon. It is 3:59 Verizon Standard Time, so if you'd please take your seats, we'll get started. I'd like to welcome everybody out to this wonderful event. My name is Clint Shiflett. I am a commercial loan officer with Idaho Central Credit Union, and I am the Meridian Chamber Economic Development Chairman. I was asked by Mayor DeVere to MC this event and would like to thank everybody for coming out. We have a number of special guests in the audience we'd like to introduce. And first, I'd like to introduce the Meridian City Council. When I call your name, if you'd please stand, and then please hold your applause until we're finished. First, I'd like to introduce Meridian City Council President Keith Bird, Meridian City Councilman Vice President Joe Borton, Meridian City Councilman Luke Kavanagh, Meridian City Councilman Genesis Milam, City Councilman Ann Little Roberts, and City Councilman Ty Palmer. Thank you for your service to our city. Also in the audience, we have a number of department directors with the City of Meridian. If each of them would please stand and be recognized at this time. And we are fortunate to have several other current and former elected officials. We have mayors, city councilmen, law enforcement leaders from neighboring cities. If each of you would please stand and also be recognized. The Treasure Valley is a great place, and we appreciate our partnership with all our neighboring cities. Also, we have several members of the mayor's family seated here. If you would all please stand so everybody can see you. Thank you very much. We couldn't have great events like this without our public and community partners. Our title sponsor today is United Heritage. They are a very strong supporter of our Meridian community. Please help me welcome Dennis Johnson up to the stage. He is the President and Chief Executive Officer of United Heritage, and he's going to say a few words for us.
Thank you, Clint. On behalf of United Heritage, we are proud to be the presenting sponsor of this event. Meridian is our home, and United Heritage Insurance continues to invest in this community. We've added another building, we bought more property, and we know that sponsorships like this help make these types of events possible, but they also support youth scholarships focused on giving back to community and events such as the Gene Kleiner Day. So today we appreciate being part of this event, and we congratulate Mayor Tammy on the success of the city, and we look forward to our continued partnership with this city. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dennis. We also have a number of additional sponsors who contributed to the success of today's event. They include, you can see many of them up there, Blue Cross of Idaho, the Brighton Corporation, Citi, D.L. Evans Bank, Idaho Power, Intermountain Gas, Micro 100 Tool, Power Engineers, Republic Services, Syringa Networks, and the Village at Meridian, and several others that you can see on the screen. Now, we'd like to begin with an invocation by Pastor Keith Harrington from the Rock Harbor Church.
Thank you so much for being here today, and thanks for caring about our community. Let's pray. God, we thank you so much for everything that you're doing all around us. Thank you for the chance to gather as community leaders today and as cared citizens. God, we know that your way is higher than ours, so we seek you for the answers, and please show us that. We also know that there's a responsibility as being a citizen, a leader, community members, and we're challenged to love one another and to lead well. Help us to unify in mission as business leaders, churches, and schools, whether it be neighbors or mentors, volunteers, as individuals and families. We know the mission you have us on, and it's people, so help us be reminded of that. We're in the people business. God, we thank you for the incredible leadership you've given our community. We're thankful for Mayor DeVeerd, and we're grateful for her service to all of us, and we pray for her and her family. Thank you for the civil servants and first responders, those who lead so well in our community. Give them the strength and excellence in which they serve. Help us steward 2016 well. We want to be good managers of what you've given us in this great community. We live in the greatest state, the greatest city in the nation. Thank you for Idaho. Thank you for Meridian. And bless our time as we hear vision, celebrate progress today. And we ask all these things in the name of Jesus. Amen.
Thank you, Pastor Harrington. It's wonderful to be able to come to an event like this and to be able to begin it with an invocation. Now, if you'd please rise, I'd like to introduce Credenda, one of our local musical groups, and they will sing the national anthem for us.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job. Wow, that was incredible. Thank you very much, Credenda. That was wonderful. Now it's my privilege to introduce the person we all came here to hear today. Mayor Tammy is a fourth-generation Idahoan who was just reelected to serve 4 more years as mayor of our great community. Mayor Tammy has lived in Meridian and been an active volunteer in the community for more than 2 decades. I've had the pleasure and honor of serving with her in numerous community boards and community projects. Under Mayor Tammy's leadership efforts, Meridian has repeatedly received national recognition from several organizations, something I'm sure she's going to talk about more shortly. Mayor Tammy is married to her best friend Jan and loves her 4 children and their families. But you're going to have to wait just a couple minutes before she comes on stage. If you turn your attention to the screens, we're going to show a video real quickly that's being put out to welcome new residents to Meridian and help them learn more about our great community.
Hi, I'm Mayor Tammy. Welcome to Meridian. We're so excited to welcome you to your new home. We pride ourselves as a destination to live, work, and raise your family. Whether you are new to Meridian or moving from one home to another in our community, I wanted to take some time to let you know about Meridian and the services we provide our residents. Meridian has been recognized numerous times as the best place to live, most recently by Money Magazine, thanks in large part to our people. We have people who care, who work together, who collaborate, Our strong teamwork and dedication to forward thinking has made us one of the fastest growing cities in the nation. You have a surprise for me?
At the park.
I am so excited. I can't wait. We work hard to anticipate the needs of our growing community and remain among the safest communities in Idaho, thanks to our police and fire departments. Our fire department implemented the Heart Safe program with automatic external defibrillators, or AEDs, throughout the community, including police cars and parks, to help raise the survival rate from sudden cardiac arrest. Our police and fire departments work together with our community through the Public Safety Academy. Every day, our fire and police departments are going above and beyond to connect with the community and keep it safe. We take pride in maintaining our small town feel as a full-service community. Our services are among the best, and as our population continues to grow, we want to do even better. As a city, we value precious resources like water, which is why we were the first in the state to receive a Class A reclaimed water permit. This designation allows us to use reclaimed water for the irrigation of our parks and other open spaces, providing multiple benefits to our residents and potentially lowering costs to some area businesses. Our new wastewater recovery resource facility was built to handle the growing needs of our community, and it includes an education center for residents as well as a free RV waste disposal area. As a resident, we make it easy for you to pay your city utility bill. You can mail it, join us here at Meridian City Hall. We have a drop box in our parking lot, or go online. Our website is a main communications hub. It's a place to find community events and city updates, where you can sign up to receive city newsletters, view a live stream of city council meetings, find public records. You can even access a guided video tour of Meridian's history right from our website. On Facebook, the Meridian City Hall page brings city news to you. On Twitter, you'll find us at Meridian, Idaho. And we're City of Meridian on LinkedIn, YouTube, Google+, and Nextdoor, an online community for neighborhoods. This is our way of reaching residents like you, wherever you may be, keeping you informed of your city, your home. Many people buy a home in our city because it's affordable and friendly. One way to get to know our city and our people is through our many public events, including favorites that are weekly, seasonal, and annual. Our Cable One movie night, concerts in the park, even the annual Dairy Days parade. There's something for everyone. We are connecting our pathways to our many amenities and our growing park system, making recreation easy for our residents. In addition, our parks play host to many events, large and small. We have hundreds of developed acres of parks and undeveloped space where you can get away from the hustle and bustle and enjoy the outdoors right here in Meridian. One of our newest additions, Kleiner Park, features a community fishing pond, band shell, and splash pad. You can also rent shelters at our parks or sign up for community recreation programs. Just visit our website to get started. For many, pets are an important part of our families. For that reason, we have a top-notch dog park. We urge you to visit this facility on Water Tower right down the road from our police department. We have a few requirements for your dog within the city. You can find more information about this and how to locate your lost pet by visiting the police department homepage on our website. Okay, I'm ready for my surprise. My surprise. Meridian is full of surprises. Back here at City Hall, we use energy-efficient measures to save energy and money. Within these walls, we have a team of dedicated employees and volunteers ready to assist you with any questions about items such as passports, building permits, or utility bills. We look forward to getting to know you. You can get to know us by checking out our website, attending a coffee with the mayor, or simply by calling us with your questions. We think Meridian is a great place to live, work, and raise your family. We hope you think so too. Welcome to Meridian. And welcome to Meridian's State of the City. Meridian is about our people, a community that unabashedly locks arms and focuses on building Meridian together. Meridian is a special place we are all proud to live in. I got to see this last fall when I was knocking on your doors. Pride of where you live, excitement about the many amenities that we have gained, comforted by a sense of safety, appreciation for the friendliness of our people and our small town feel, a place people love to call home. I'm sure many of you thought I would run out here saying, "We are number one, we are number one." But I didn't have to. Those that live here or work here already know that. But shh, it's our secret, right? I want you all to feel welcome here, and I thank you for being here at our annual event. Thank you to our City Council. We closed an important chapter this December when 2 of our members retired from council. Between them, they had 37 years of combined service on planning and zoning and City Council. We thank our former City Councilman Charlie Roundtree and David Zaremba for their dedication. We have a fairly new council. Between them, excluding Councilman Bird's 18 years of service, have 8 years of service in total. What they may not have in public service, they do bring loads of passion and ideas. I'm excited for the years ahead. I want to thank our regional partners, cities and county-wide officials. The collaboration in this valley is enviable across our state. We work together on some very weighty topics, and on rare occasion, we don't agree. We have learned, though, that we cannot let isolated conflicts bleed over into other areas that we work well together on. I appreciate our business partners, our partners in building our economy, our jobs, our prosperity. We are working together on industry clusters, on community amenities, and on growing our family wage jobs. The city doesn't create jobs, our businesses do. However, we all have our roles, and the city's is critical to the environment of business growth. We are your partner. We need to recognize our citizens and volunteers. You challenge us to stretch ourselves, to better ourselves. You provide feedback, and without this, we would not know how we could do better. You are the eyes on our street. Many citizens are partners in keeping our city safe. We cannot do this alone. Our volunteers of all ages give countless hours on commissions, committees, or events, working as greeters or ambassadors, and more. all working on behalf of our community to be number one. To the city's leadership team and our employees, you make us proud. I am honored to work with these dedicated public employees. They not only work hard to provide Meridian's core values of care, customer service, accountability, respect, and excellence, they take pride in it. And my family. I must say I couldn't serve Meridian without their love and support. They even go and knock on doors with me. Thank you. I'm excited to share with you today what we have been doing over the last year and where we are going as we continue to work, build, and grow as a community. Yes, Meridian is full of surprises. The one thing that is certain is that we are and constantly have been a community that works together. And isn't that a recipe for a strong city? And it is a strong one, recognized nationally as a #1 place to live in America. We have known this, and now the nation does too. However, we should never stop trying to be even better. We do this by working together. Over the next 35 minutes, I will give a couple of examples in each of our 5 strategic focus areas of what we have done and our focus for the year ahead. Our first area, strategic growth. The Parks and Recreation Master Plan was an important focus this last year, planning for the next 10 years to provide a framework for future projects. Our team gathered valuable public input, identifying the highest priorities. The master plan also includes concepts for several future parks. One of those is a 77-acre park in South Meridian. We just awarded the contract for this next step, designing the park. While this will take a number of years to fully develop, our residents in South Meridian are excited for this project. I think someone in South Meridian started that. Part of growing strategically for our public works team is not just about water and sewer lines. It includes planning for future regulatory changes. Since the EPA last issued our permit in 1999, regulatory requirements have changed significantly, nearly quadrupling required laboratory testing, and has limits and requirements in the parts per trillion. Our public works employees have been working with multiple departments and third parties to receive our new permit. Initial estimates of the unfunded mandate were upwards of $110 million to meet the new permit requirements. However, by narrowing the scope and financing strategies, this team was able to reduce the cost by over $27 million. Strategic growth means working with community partners like our transportation agencies. We have had a number of significant projects, but let me highlight one of my favorite, the completion of the Meridian Interchange. Hurrah! We now have a formal entryway into our community. Recently, one of our residents gave huge kudos to the work done on this project in keeping traffic flowing during construction. In her words, seamlessly. Today, drivers feel welcome as they arrive into our city. And I know that drivers that continue on I-84 appreciate the removal of the bottleneck. Our thanks to the Idaho Transportation Department and the team that worked together to get this project. Another example of building Meridian together. ITD Board Chairman Jerry Whitehead made the mistake of asking during the ribbon cutting, what's the next priority for Meridian? Well, thank you for asking, Mr. Chairman. It's the Chinden 2026 expansion project. This needed capacity improvement will reduce congestion, improve safety, and create economic opportunity. We pulled together a work group to have one voice that is focused on improving this corridor and bringing it up to its full potential. Our call to action to ITD is to program funds to design and construct additional travel lanes and widen the intersections starting at Eagle Road and working west. We have growing interest by community partners, ACHD, our county, and neighboring cities. Soon you can get updates on our efforts via Facebook and Nextdoor. All aboard. Working strategically with our school district is also critical, especially as this 385 square mile large district continues to grow. Meridian comprises of around 44% of the student population. However, we must work together as 100% of the solution to have adequate facilities for our children. We have convened a group to research what others are doing and how they are paying for their schools. It is the state's constitutional mandate to provide general, uniform, and thorough public education. Our citizens have bond fatigue, filling the state's funding gap for operations and facilities with property taxes. Our school district needs better tools to pay for growth. We are committed to work with the state and the school district to ensure quality education. There is work to do. Strategic focus area number 2 is economic vibrancy. Our economic audit, the Pegasus report, brought a defined focus to our downtown. Last year, I talked about a focus on entrepreneurs. The new Ventures Lab opened in the Old City Hall in May. This has become the home to 7 companies, 33 employees, and growing. They held 30 events, including the first ever Startup Weekend. The lab provides a place, people, and resources for entrepreneurs, turning ideas into businesses. Across the parking lot, through partnerships with the Meridian Library District and the Meridian Development Corporation, the library opened Unbound, a makerspace. Meridian citizens have access to emerging technology from 3D printing to robots, or using the library's collection of hardware and software. The synergy between the New Ventures Lab and Unbound is unbelievable. Entrepreneurs can prototype a project or a product on a 3D printer or a CNC machine. They can design marketing materials using Media Lab or access resources for their market research. Or they can build their client list with databases. This equates to success. Rick at the New Ventures Lab was mentoring a student struggling with her business idea of creating a butter stick spreader. Their company, or her company, is named SpreadRight. He referred her to Unbound, where they worked with her to design and build her idea. She won her competition. Other examples had a business working on a Kickstarter campaign, design and print a card holder for a new kids game. And a local bee rescue group created a functional small-scale beehive to educate students about bees. There is great energy in our downtown. Our economic vibrancy is emphasized with continued business growth across the city. One of the primary reasons cited by 24/7 Wall Street that placed us as a #1 place to live. Commercial permits were up 25%, and new construction was over $4 million. The Village at Meridian continues to be a smashing success. They opened 17 new businesses totaling over 98,000 square feet of retail and office. In 2015, they signed leases for MassMutual, who just opened on Monday, bringing 50 employees, and in March, Mark Monitor will add 250 employees, growing to over 300 over this coming year. Business growth has brought weekly ribbon cuttings, and I would tell you that the Meridian Chamber ambassadors and Ken in my office have become professionals at them. We are excited that Ida Pine brought their facility after buying the old Plum Creek facility off of Meridian Road. They are new to the area, bringing $16 million in investment and advanced technology that will be used as a showcase across the U.S. And we've welcomed URS, also known as ACOM. They are new to Meridian, but not new to this area. They are a respected company from Boise, and they've been there for decades. We are equally excited about the businesses here in Meridian that have expanded. One of those, Sensi. Sensi moved into its $88 million headquarters in 2013. The 73-acre property is currently undergoing another $10 million expansion to accommodate their distribution of their recently added skincare products. We appreciate these expanding companies, and we celebrate their continued success. With this business growth, I think it's hard not to feel optimistic about our future. 2016 looks to continue the excitement of placemaking and business attraction in Meridian. A grant received last year by the Ada County Realtors introduced us to lighter, quicker, cheaper ideas for our downtown. One idea, led by downtown advocate, businessman Marty Schindler, is to focus on a one-block area of Idaho Avenue to extend the sidewalks into the street, creating a place where people can interact and experience Idaho Avenue. This project will be presented to City Council on February 9th with an intended launch in May. Idaho Avenue has yet another exciting improvement. Josh Everts purchased the historic Meridian Exchange Bank, later known as Elite Cleaners. He is restoring this 110-year-old building into an art gallery experience, naming it The Vault. This will offer boutique event space and an area to grow Meridian's fine arts culture. Josh owns another historic landmark, the Heritage Building on Idaho Avenue in Maine, which opened pre-funk this last year, adding a new vibe to our downtown. Yeah, you can clap. Our Health Science and Technology Corridor, the CORE, with the opening of the Idaho State University AP Lab and BioSkills Learning Center, is an economic magnet bringing jobs and research to this corridor. A hospitality grant received by the Chamber in partnership with the city will promote the lab, targeting out-of-the-area physicians to use this facility to develop their ideas. Lastly, the 10-mile region, which is primed for employment opportunities. The city commissioned Phil Cushlon last year to evaluate this area specifically for an economic development urban renewal district. This is one of the few tools available to cities to create family wage jobs and attract employers using the state incentive programs, and it will serve as local match. Qualifying projects would have specific criteria and short timelines with a get it done and retire the district goal. There are several existing projects awaiting for this tool. We are serious about bringing family wage jobs closer to where people live. City Council will discuss this on February 9th. Now moving to strategic area number 3, responsive government. An important ingredient to being a responsive city is staying connected with our citizens. We do this in a number of ways, including listening tours that I host at my home. But I want to focus on 2 specific groups, the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council and the Mayor's Senior Advisory Board. They are making significant impacts on behalf of their peers. They are busy building Meridian, each in their own way, but also together.
We're the baby boomers. And we're the... Siri says we're Gen Z. We're Gen Z. 2 groups of people with one common goal: to give back to Meridian.
It gives me great joy to introduce you to this year's Mayor's Youth Advisory Council, or MIAC, and our brand new group, the Mayor's Senior Advisory Board, or MSAB. This is one of the largest MIAC groups we've ever had and one of the most cohesive. They've truly become a family and often congregate in their own time. The teens have been extremely busy this year. Let's hear a few examples of what they have loved.
The Youth Summit was awesome. We had 240 teens from across Idaho at Wahoo's. The speakers talked about teen safety, and we participated in distracted driving on the go-karts and vision-impaired goggles to simulate the effects of drugs and alcohol while playing mini golf. We also played unfair laser tag to become more aware of bullying.
I love Trunk or Treat. This year we had over 100 trunks, thousands of attendees, and a family dance party. It's become a Halloween tradition here in our community.
My favorite event was the All Valley Christmas celebration. We joined together with youth councils from Nampa, Caldwell, and Middleton for a toy drive benefiting the Meridian Boys and Girls Club.
And who could forget CPR at Dutch Bros? We did our drive-through CPR training, and we rocked it. We trained more than any other groups across the valley.
We took a lesson from MIAC, who hosted a CPR event, so we in turn hosted a CPR event, and we called it Have a Heart, Save a Life, and it was very well attended. It was a great exercise in learning for all of us.
We also held a Keys to Safe Driving class, focusing on practical motoring tips and driving strategies specific to Meridian. Our first class was full and even gave participants a chance at insurance discounts.
We're also working on a Meridian Resource Senior Guide and looking forward to working with our MIAC counterparts on many other events, such as Trunk or Treat.
Our new Senior Advisory Board is comprised of 14 of the most energetic and seasoned citizens in our city. It's a joy to work with them as they work to enhance the quality of life for their peers. These 2 groups may be generations apart, but they have the same focus: building
Meridian together.
When you want something done, these are the groups to call on. Will you guys stand up and so we can... Our city clerk's office, responsive to frequent questions by businesses, implemented a change in special licensing applications. The goal was to cut costs and increase efficiency, and resulted in a 66% time savings to get these special licenses. Next, we will look to pass our staff time savings on to you in reduced fees. As I wrap up responsive government, I have been torn on if it was an appropriate place to discuss a rare occasion we don't agree with the county. It's serious, it's looming, and if it goes a direction other than our desired outcome, it will impact Meridian and Garden City taxpayers unfairly. We have been ordered to add a courtroom in each of our cities because of an old 1994 order that was discovered in 2008. This order should have been considered satisfied in 1996 when the Ada County voters decided it would be beneficial for one centralized courthouse. The new consolidated courthouse opened in 2002 on Front in Boise, paid for by all taxpayers in Ada County. Our hope is the commissioners will join us, Garden City and Meridian, during the required whether and how administrative process in front of 11 district judges later this spring. We would like to stand in agreement that the 94 order was satisfied with a consolidated facility. We can then come together as 6 cities and the county to ask the legislature to increase court fees that haven't changed since the 1970s to pay for our courts. Taxpayers, whether in cities or in unincorporated areas, already pay for courts through their county taxes. If funding isn't adequate to cover costs, this is a county-wide issue and all citizens should pay equally to cover those costs. So now moving next, we have strategic area number 4. Safe, healthy, secure. Our Meridian Police Department continues to look for more ways to keep our county and our community one of the safest. This last year, the department deployed 70 body-worn cameras on all of its unified patrol or uniformed patrol officers. Our IT department created a plan for data storage, and our legal department crafted the policy. These efforts support the focus on public safety, accountability, and transparency while keeping costs in check. Our fire department added the Bike Medic program for a quicker response during big events, knowing that every second counts. This program, made possible through a grant from Firehouse Subs, is the first of its kind in Idaho and was kicked off at the Meridian Winter Lights Parade. Bikes were staffed by a paramedic and equipped with medical equipment, including an AED, adding to our Heart Safe Meridian efforts. We're not only watching out for your safety, but also your health and security. That's why the city, with the help of many partners, launched Do the Right on April 8, 2015. The goal was to engage people of all ages to do something nice for the person on their right. Have the courage to be kind. Sometimes it's not always easy, but when you have courage, you can be kind. Whereas in the heart of all of us lies the power to be kind, to make a difference and to change the world. So by embracing the power within us, we have the ability to propel a ripple effect that can travel for miles. And whereas intentionally performing an act of kindness has the potential to lift spirits and to encourage others to do the same, which builds a campaign against the ever-increasing cruelty, negativity, and isolation of this world that weighs down and harms so many that we hold dear. We will never know the full impact of a simple act of kindness expressed towards a friend, neighbor, for a stranger. And whereas Do the Right Day is a day of action in Meridian, a day to make a change and a day to start a movement of compassion. Therefore, I, Tammy DeBeard, Mayor of the City of Meridian, do hereby proclaim April 8th as Do the Right Day in the City of Meridian, and we do ask that all citizens participate by doing something kind to the person on their life, of modeling kindness that is greatly needed to nourish and strengthen our community and eventually the world beyond our community. This day-long event is to start a movement of compassion. It was so well received by our community that we intend to make it an annual event. One that we hope will grow beyond Meridian. KTVB has stepped up as a media sponsor, so we know it will be. So mark your calendars for April 8th, 2016, and hashtag Do the Right. As we look forward in safe, healthy, and secure, our fire department has expanded its focus on delivering the service our citizens expect with greater efficiency. They are partnering with 4 other fire departments to develop a plan that will align future stations and their locations to maximize a joint response and eliminate redundancy. As well, they'll identify areas of future collaboration or even consolidation of certain services. This type of planning is a new way of thinking, one we believe our taxpayers are asking us to do. You might have noticed some information as you arrived about the Youth Farmers Market. This one-of-its-kind market will answer a long-desired request for a farmers market in our community. This not only reflects the community's priority for our youth, it gives our youth an opportunity to turn a hobby growing healthy produce into a business. 75% of all vendors will be school-aged. The market will run every Saturday from Dairy Days to September. So support our youth by supporting this market. P.S. We need more youth vendors. Our 5th and our last strategic focus area is arts, culture, recreation. From public art to public amenities, there is truly something for everyone. Last year, Traffic Box Art Wraps showcased youth talent on Main Street and art from other artists of all ages in other locations. These art wraps bring community pride and beautification to these functional but unsightly traffic boxes. Whether you are sporting a racket, tennis, or pickleball, the new tennis courts at Settlers Park have been a big hit. But I think one of the biggest hits has been for our 4-legged friends and their owners at the opening of the Storybark Park. Among its most popular amenities are a collection of agility equipment donated by Intermountain Pet Hospital. This park received the 2015 Outstanding Facility and Parks Award by the Idaho Recreation Park Association. Indoor space continues to be a big challenge. We are eagerly awaiting the opening of the Boys and Girls Club Gymnasium and their teen center, which will be completed by the end of March. A community-funded project that will be a blessing and a valued partnership between the club, the community, and the city. Additional indoor playing space has been a topic of discussion with the YMCA, allowing a potential win-win for all. We are hopeful to announce a plan moving forward in the weeks ahead that would not only address sports courts, but a multitude of benefits for all citizens in Meridian and the surrounding area. I am honored to share an exciting expansion soon to happen at Roaring Springs. They ranked 8th best water park in the U.S. by TripAdvisor and keep getting better. They are starting construction on a new indoor adventure park at Wahoo's. From amusement rides to a rope course, the 4-story, 17,000 square foot addition will open in November. Pathways continue to be a top priority in Meridian as we work to connect the pieces from Locust Grove to 10 Mile along the 5 Mile Creek Pathway. The Rail with Trail also continues to be a focus too. And I am thrilled to note that ACHD is stepping up to help us lead this effort. There are just some things you can't do alone. These are important and critical projects connecting our community. We will stay focused on these 5 strategic focus areas that are important to our citizens in delivering our goal of being a premier place to live, work, and raise your family. We love working alongside you in building Meridian together. As we look at building community, we look to those that understand the commitment, discipline, investment necessary to building a nationally recognized community or business. Our Legacy Award winners know how to work hard and get results. This year's award winners have shaped a company that began in an ocean shipping container on a family farm in Meridian into not just an Idaho success story, an international one. That type of success requires vision, leadership, and innovation. Our Legacy Award winners have this and then some. Their company is a vital contributor to Meridian's economic growth, but just as important, our growth as a community. They are well known for their giving back and have worked to cultivate an atmosphere of kindness through philanthropic support of individuals and community-based causes through events such as their annual Rockathon. Our Legacy Award winners are humble and, in spite of their success, manage to keep faith and family a priority. They've been recognized nationally, but hometown is important. When hearing of this legacy recognition, our winners rearranged their travel schedules to be here today. Please join me in recognizing and thanking our Legacy Award winners, Orville and Heidi Thompson.
Thank you.
We are so proud to be part of the Meridian community.
We started here, and we say this often, that it's important to bloom where you're planted. And we've moved a few times in the 11 years since we started, and every place has been in Meridian, and we couldn't be happier to be part of this community.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, the state of the city is number 1. This is defined and made possible by the great people in our community and our great businesses. We will have road bumps along the way, but we are armed with solution-oriented youth, citizens, and businesses that are unafraid of rolling up their sleeves to be the change they want to see and facing challenges head-on. Indeed, we are building Meridian together. Thank you for your vote of confidence last fall, granting me another 4 years of service to this great community. I am honored to serve with you and focused on continuing to be that #1 city that we are all proud of. But shh, don't tell anyone. Thank you.
Thank you all for coming. Especially thank you to our sponsors. Dennis, thank you very much to United Heritage for being our title sponsor. Now we have a taste of Meridian coming up in the cafeteria, just out the doors to the right. Your ticket is your ticket into a taste of Meridian. Thanks again for coming. We'll see you next year at 3:59.